the opposition around agriculture and concerns that somehow, at least that's the fear that is being propagated, that India gets swamped by agricultural produce. Now, I've seen some of the comments that you made in the press conference this afternoon, and I've also seen the tweet of the Agricultural Secretary in the United States, who obviously they're claiming it to be a victory for their farmers and for their local constituents, which is
not rocket science,
quite
obviously.
imaginable. So do you want to explain how you intend to deal with the potential backlash which will sort to be created on agricultural imports?
Well, I think everybody in this room and all your viewers are basically familiar with what are the produce of our farmers in India.
Sure.
That really define farming in large measure and where we are self-sufficient. And let me read out to you some of the items that we've kept outside any concession. So these items, there's absolutely zero concession. They continue to have the same treatment as before, even after this free trade agreement. So no concession, exempt from this trade deal. We have meat, we have poultry, all dairy products, GM food products, cereals like rice, wheat, sugar, soya meal, corn, that's maize, millets like jawar, bajra, ragi, kodu, amaranth, fruits like banana, strawberries, cherries, citrus fruits, pulses like green pea, Kabuli chana, moong, oil seeds, certain animal feed, groundnut, honey, malt and its extracts, non-alcoholic beverages, flour and meals, starch, essential oils, ethanol for fuel, tobacco, bacha kya hai? Where is the fear?
No, say
Almost every farmer commodity which is made in India in good, respectable quantity, where we are not dependent on imports, has been kept out of this trade deal. Now, there are a few products which we have been importing for years and years, from the Congress time. I wish they had looked into the mirror and asked themselves why they had to import soya bean oil when they were in government. Why did they allow palm oil to come into India? And we know how harmful it is for the health also and in every respect. But it's Congress who has done this criminal and negligent act of allowing palm oil into the country and in a way making people so dependent on palm oil, which is we are suffering. Our farmers are suffering. Things like mustard oil and all, which should otherwise have got a huge demand, suffer because of products that the Congress allowed to come in. So I think there's still many products. Our overall exports of farm produce from India and marine products is $55 billion. That's about 5 lakh crores. Yet we continue to import about $30 billion. That's about 2.7 lakh crores. So there are a few items we have some shortages. And if we allow those items to come in, who is the beneficiary? The consumers. Who is at a loss? Nobody. Because there is a shortage, we don't have enough production, there is a demand. And while opening up, we've been very, very calibrated, even in those items. Making sure there's enough transition period, making sure prices are protected in India for Indian production. So it's a very logically, carefully thought out strategy in consultation with farm organizations, with the line ministries, which will ultimately help the Indian economy and the Indian farmer both prosper.
Okay, I'm going to get Neeraj Shah, who's the markets editor at NDTV Profit, to ask your question, Minister. Go for it, Neeraj.
Mr. Goyal, there is a presumption that no country will be very successful in the global stage unless they export. A lot of these FTAs would probably lead to more exports, and the presumption in the economist camp is that that will induce private capex. Do you believe we'll finally see private capex happen in India over the next 24 months?
Well, undoubtedly. Just look at the sectors where we've got now preferential duty coming down to 18% reciprocal tariffs, whether it's textiles, footwear, sportswear, leather goods, sports goods, the entire range of labor-oriented goods are all down to 18. In many cases, we even have preferential tariff of zero duty access into the US. So for example, if we look at industrial goods, all our smartphones go at zero duty and will continue to go at zero duty. Our pharmaceutical industry will get a big leg up because they continue to go at zero duty. Our gems and diamonds will continue to go at zero duty. There's some essential oils, certain home decor items like chandeliers, illuminating signs, parts of lamps, seats, they'll all go at zero duty. And there's a whole list of items, natural rubber, items made of plastic, wood, etc. Similarly, in agriculture, we've got zero duty access in terms of reciprocal tariffs. There'll be no reciprocal tariff on all spices, which is a very big interest of ours, on tea and coffee, which is a big interest of India's, on copra, coconut oil, big interest of India, vegetable wax, nuts like areca nut. Areca nut farmers are delighted and joyous. Brazil nuts, cashew nuts, chestnuts, fruits and vegetables like avocados, bananas. You're the largest producer of bananas.
How would you look at the concerns of apple growers?
Well, I think if you heard me in the morning, you would have by now figured out that we've done such calibrated opening. First, India is an importer of apples. Our production is about 21 lakh tons. Our consumption is about 27 lakh tons. We continue to import 5.5 lakh tons or thereabouts every year. Point one. Point two, the acreage under apples is not easily increased because it's in the hill areas. Consumption, on the other hand, continues to increase. So while we are trying to increase productivity, we still continue to have outpaced demand, given the higher prosperity level, higher income levels of the people of India, which is clearly leading to more shortages. Point three, today, as we speak, we import from the United States of America substantial quantities of apple. And what is the way government has helped our apple farmers? We put a floor, minimum import price, 50 rupees per kilo. Nobody can import below that. And there's a 50% duty, 25 bucks. So 75 rupees landed at the port is the minimum